Hey y'all, my name is Nika Spaulding and I am a professional theologian during the day and an amateur pickleballer at night. That's not real, but I like to tell people that. And I live in Dallas, Texas. I came to Northern because of the professors, really, and I have to say that stayed my favorite thing about Northern. It is a privilege to get to study under these minds, these people, and you come because they're brilliant and you stay because they're good humans. And so I think that's been my favorite part all the way through. The biggest takeaway is God really is good, and I came in thinking that, but anytime you embark on theological education, people warn you maybe you'll find something you don't want to know, and it's been the opposite. The greater depth of knowledge has just resulted in greater worship, and so God is really who He says He is. Yeah, what do I believe now that I didn't before? I would say that I believe more bigly, so to speak, of the things that I came in with. I came in with some preconceived notions about what the first century was like, things like, so I learned a lot of theology that maybe I didn't know. But I came into seminary after some tragedy with my family, and I think I was looking for something to take my mind off of the pain. And what I found in the depths of that theology was a God who really is more loving than I understood, really is more gracious than I understood, really is more kind than I understood. And so that's what I'd say is everything just expanded in ways that was really healing and hopeful for me. Something I think all seminary students have to let go of in order to grow is coming in thinking they know the answers. Whether you're master's, doctoral, any of that, if you're coming in curious, if you're coming in asking questions, and not just questions of your professors, but also your classmates, I think you're in a better position to learn and to grow. And so why would you come? If you just want a piece of paper that has your name on it, what a terrible reason to come to seminary. But if you come to seminary because you really want to learn and grow and you start with a posture of curiosity, I think that's the secret success. Yeah, my go-to fun fact about Northern is coming from Dallas, I was lamenting that I had to eat food in the suburbs, but there's actually really good food around the seminary, including Taco Chella. And I'm from Texas, we're huge snobs about Tex-Mex food, and it's really good. And so if you're coming to seminary, go to Taco Chella if you make your way up to Naperville. I think what surprised me is I came into seminary really wanting to learn from the professors, and I am surprised by how much I learned from my classmates and how much I grew through those connections. People come with their own stories, their own backgrounds, they come with their knowledge, they come with their just so much things that they can offer to you. And so the in-between moments, the moments at the water fountain, the moments at lunch, the moments at night when you're processing something the professor said, those are some of the most foundational and formative moments for me. And that was a beautiful gift to come away from seminary with. Yeah, the world needs to know about pastors that they're a little tired, and encouragement goes a really long way. I think sometimes pastors do their best to stand up on stage and say hey, I am stewarding the mysteries of God. That's a small thing. And then as you do that, you hope to do that with confidence. You hope to do that with clarity of speech and all of that. But I know there have been many Sundays where I was in an adult onesie laying on the couch because I'm exhausted. And so you do that because the love of Christ compels you. But maybe that presents to your people, hey, I got it all together, and that cannot be the furthest thing from the truth. And so I would just say, hey, if you've got a pastor you love, a pastor you enjoy, a spoken word of kindness, a note, those things go a really long. Free coffee, I don't think I know a pastor that would turn that down. So yeah, they need just some encouragement to continue on the race that God's called them to. Why do I believe in Jesus? Y'all want to know something so eerie? My roommate plugged that into AI last night and asked to answer in my voice. And it actually emulated me so well. I'm not sure I have a purpose anymore in life, but the real reason is gosh, he answers the deepest longings of my heart and offers that for the people that I encounter that are hurting. I've never, as a long time, wanting to be someone who loves and encourages others, there's nothing like the healing power of Jesus and the hope of the restoration of what is to come. And so it is a true story. We'd be insane if it weren't. We as Christians believe some of the most ridiculous things if it weren't true. And because it's true, there's a deeper hope. As I love C.S. Lewis, I read him all the time, and he talks about the deeper magic. There's something deeper that the world needs that Jesus is the solution for. And so I believe him because it's true, and I also believe him because he's the hope of the world.